All right, we live now.
Good evening, everyone. It's the voice, Kareen Wilson. Tonight we're going to be talking about the termination of John Gruden from his job from the Raiders as head coach. We also going to talk about a lot of upcoming fights, Rowley and versus Javante Davis. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Comey. I mean, not Tyson Fury. We're going to talk about Comey versus Lomachenko. We also want to speak about Saturday night's fight, which was a great knockout by Tyson Fury over Deontay Wilder.
Okay. I starting out.
And I'm on board with Mr. Rodriguez Jackson. Uh, he's the Kansas winner.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boxing and Celebrity Gossip. My special guest, Kareen Wilson. I want to get started letting you all know that John Gruden got fired today from the Raiders for homophobic slurs in emails. So that's my first thing I got for y'all for celebrity gossip. And also OG Genesis, he's open to fighting Lamar Odom. Another celebrity boxing match. All right, that being said, let's get into boxing news. Everybody's talking about Deontay Wilder and the Tyson Fury fight. Now they're saying that he's supposed to be making excuses, saying that his hand was broke. I don't know what round he's supposed to broke his hand in. His hand was broken. What's your thoughts on that, Kareem? Was his hand broke, or do you think his hand was broken in that fight?
Well, I'm just learning that today from you, Rodriguez, about the hands being broken up. But you know what, though? In the back of my mind, Saturday night, Saturday morning, Sunday morning when I got up, man, well, I knew it was going to be some type of excuse. But you know what I want to say, man? I mean, he just need to face facts. He got beat fair and square. Hold on. Hello, how you doing? Be safe. Have a good night and a good morning. All right. All right. Yes. So yeah, he lost fair and square, man. I mean, it was no, it couldn't have been nothing about no hands being broken. Because again, he did knock Fury down twice. Just well as Fury knocked him down twice. And then Fury, he closed the show, when he stopped him in the 11th round. So the real fact is this. I believe that if that fight would have went the distance, I believe that it would have been another draw according to the 4 knockdowns combined. So thank God that Fury closed the show and stopped them early. I mean, stopped them in the 11th round because I can tell you that we would have been talking about a full fight between them two. If there's any questions, comments from all the YouTubers that's ruining tonight and that's listening.
Okay. I'll let you know if any comments come through. It's kind of late. Some people might be in bed, but
what's your take on that, Rodriguez?
Tune in. What far with the hand being broken?
Yes.
Well, I had to watch the fight again myself because I didn't pay attention to whether he was pulling back or tugging at the hand or anything like that. Because
do you think it's one of his beautiful excuses?
I don't know. I just wish he lost before. He had a lot of heart. I'm gonna have to watch the fight again, but because I watched the fight about 5 in the morning, didn't see it when it was originally aired. I got tired and went to sleep, and I watched it the next day. But from what I seen, he did what he was practicing on. But he worked on the camp probably the first 2-3 rounds, and then he went outside of that and just started doing what he wanted to do. He was going to the body. He was keeping the distance. and I guess the game plan might have been to go to the body and wear Tyson down, and then mix it up body and head. That's what I'm thinking. What the game plan was, and keep him outside the jab. But for whatever reason, he did start doing what he wanted to do after 2 rounds. He showed a lot of heart, and I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch the fight to really give my take on it, because they say that when he knocked Tyson down the second time, it was a long count. They said that Tyson was down for about 15 to 20 seconds, and it should have been a knockout. This is what a lot of people on the internet are saying.
What you saying now, Rodriguez? I ain't hear you.
I said they're saying that Deontay Wilder won the fight, saying that Tyson was knocked out for about 14 to 16 seconds, and the referee took a long time counting. I'm gonna have to rewatch the fight to get my take on that, because, like I said, I was half sleeping. I watched the fight at 5 a.m. Replay of it.
So, okay, well, I'll say this. My take on the count, I honestly have to go back and look at the fight again to check into how slow this referee was counting. My wife kind of noticed the same thing, that he was counting slow, and other people said the same thing as well. So I'm going to have to go back and look at it, and then from there I'll be able to give you and all the people viewing tonight a fair answer as to the count by the referee.
Okay. Fair enough. Other than that, what was your take on the fight? Like, as far as
my take on the fight was this. I wanted Tyson Fury to win. I wanted him to win big, as he did, and also I wanted him to close the book on that chapter. So in that way, he ain't got to worry about Deontay Wilder no more. We ain't got to worry about no more Deontay Wilder's excuses. And that's pretty much it. It was a great fight. I believe, may I go on a limb and say, man, that it was a virtuoso performance by Tyson Fury. I say that that Deontay Wilder, I give him, he showed tremendous heart and courage. I can tell that his conditioning wasn't 100%, because he was like gassed out actually after the first round. But he tried to hold on as long as he could. And, but Fury, he pulled it out, and Fury, congratulations to Tyson Fury and his family and Team Fury. He got the W. And also I want to give congratulations and tribute to the coach, Sugar Hill. And also I want to give it to the mastermind, I want to give it to the mastermind, which is Emmanuel Stewart, for working with Tyson Fury a long time ago when he first, he came over here and everything. So, I'm happy for the whole team, man. It's, it was a great fight, man. Hey, what can I say? But for me, man, I just look forward to seeing what the next big fight is going to be. If it's going to be Tyson Fury and Usyk, or if it's going to be a crossroads between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, or between Andy Ruiz and Deontay. I just look forward, to seeing what's going to happen next at this point.
Well, the Tyson
questions, comments. You'll take on what I just said, Rodriguez.
Well, let me go back to where you say Deontay Wilder looked tired after the first round. Shit, I noticed that myself. Looked like he was tired every round. What do you think was the cause of that?
It's either he wasn't training properly, he wasn't eating right, or he was cheating in between, or it could have been a weight. But you know what though, it's no excuse, man. You know, when you're fighting on a such higher level as those guys are fighting, it's no excuse, man. You know, I mean, athletes know lots of water, lots of vegetables, lots of fruit. You know what I'm saying? A real thorough diet, discipline, no women, no hanging out all night, proper rest, running at least 3-4 times a day, at least 10, 20 miles each run, sparring for at least 12 5-minute rounds, sparring for at least 15, 20 rounds. You know, so, you know, when you get ready for a fight of this magnitude, it's truly no excuses, man. I mean, you have to go in there ready to seek, conquer, and destroy, and last all the way through. You can't go into fights looking for a knockout all the time. You have to also be ready to go the distance. And I think this is where Deontay Wilder has failed at. He's got so used to using his right hand and thinking his right hand is going to carry him all the way home every night. But as you may see, if you're not conditioned, you have to be conditioned. You have to rely on being conditioned more so than knocking somebody else.
Well, I think that he was conditioned, but you know, the weight, because Tyson Fury started to, you know, get tired as well. The extra weight, and then the extra muscle also, you know, because the muscle gets tired. So, with that being said, that was a factor in the fight, and he should have stuck to the game plan. Because even if he would have got tired, that jab would have gave him, you know, 2, 3, 4 seconds, you know, rest. But emotions, you know, he was emotional from the last 2 fights, and I think somebody else said that would get him in this fight, you know. So that took him. He went out of the game plan. They said the emotions would get the best of him, and he'd go outside the game plan. I said in our last show that no matter what they taught him, he's going to revert back to what he's been doing his whole career. You know, being Wilder, not a boxer. And that's what he did. Especially once, you know, once he just got hit a few times, he just went back to, you know, after 2 rounds, he did what he was supposed to do for 2 rounds. After that, you know, he wasn't listening to his trainer anymore after that. He was doing what he wanted to do. He fought with heart. He had a lot of heart. But had he stuck to the game plan and set up that right hand, he may be champion right now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, so I guess I can say, man, with this fight right here, I would say, man, maybe Deontay Wilder should consider retiring too as well.
Well, he said he's not doing that. His trainer spoke earlier about that.
Right. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if Deontay Wilder, if you keep taking clean punches, the way he's taking clean shots, he ain't gonna be no more good when his career over with. Honestly.
Well, what is that guy? Usyk. Let's say if he fights Tyson Fury next, I don't think he can beat Tyson Fury. That's just my take on it. You know, what do you think of that?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Tyson Fury. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about Tyson Fury at this point. I truly believe that Tyson Fury can beat Usyk, but here's what I've seen in the Dog Day Wilder fight. Tyson Fury, he get hit with a lot of swinging punches too. I think Tyson Fury, although he do have superb defense, he make mistakes and he get hit a lot too. So I'm gonna say this: fighting Usyk right now would be a wrong move. If I was Tyson Fury's team, I would make Tyson Fury train for at least about a good year and a half, work on defense, get back in great shape again, so that way he won't gas out. That way his defense, his footwork, and hand speed and all that are the same accord with each other. Then after about a year, about 2 months, then I would go ahead and call on Usyk, you know what I mean? Or I would do a tune-up and get somebody, and then I would call on Usyk. I wouldn't fight him right now because after what I saw last night and after what I saw in their first fight, Tyson Fury need to work on his defense, man.
Well, what do you think about Mikey Garcia versus Sander Martin this weekend?
Who?
Mikey Garcia versus Sander Martin, whoever that is. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of him, but I get it. I look at him though. Is it gonna be on Showtime or is it gonna be on Fox 5, FS1?
Neither one. It's gonna be on the Zone.
On the Zone, okay, cool. Yeah, I probably won't be watching that then.
Yeah.
Only one to see it on the Zone is you know, so if I put up at one of these sports bars or you know, if I can watch them 5 stick. Other than that, I won't be ordering the Zone.
Maybe.
No, I won't be doing that.
And this Sander Martin, whoever the guy is, he's 32-8. Never heard of him. Probably fighting all guys.
I never heard of him, but I'll look him up. Text me his name, and I'll definitely look him up and I'll check him out. But did you hear everything I was saying about Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Tyson Fury need to go ahead and train just for a year and a half. He need to lose that weight. He need to get back down to 220 or 230, and he need to get back in great shape. And he need to get that defense back up to par. He need to get that defense back to how it was when he fought that guy at the T-Mobile Arena that night when I was at the T-Mobile Arena night when I was in Vegas. Me and my wife, after we had left from seeing Bruno Mars perform live at Park Theater, we walked basically up around across the street to the T-Mobile Arena, and we enjoyed our front row seats to the Tyson Fury when he fought the guy. I can't think of the guy's name, but I know that's the night Tyson Fury they had got a gash over the top of his eye, and it was bleeding pretty bad. But the one thing I like about that night, Tyson Fury's defense was on 100. He literally stood in the corner, put both his hands on both ropes in the corner, and stood there and weaved everything that the man was swinging at him as if he was Muhammad Ali. I said, good God Almighty. So that's what he's going to need versus Usyk, because Usyk is going to pile up the points. If you go the distance, he's going to pile the points up. Also, Usyk is not a knockout puncher. He's a boxer, and he's a southpaw. He's a lefty, and he has nice speed and everything. But I also noticed that he's a counter puncher, and he's very crafty and slick. And a guy like Usyk right now, he might jab Fury. He might jab Fury. He might be able to get away with enough jabs on Fury and if he can stay away from Fury and could stop Fury from hitting him and crowding him, I think, I don't know, it might be upset. So I believe Tyson Fury will beat him. I believe he can destroy this guy, but I think Tyson Fury should train for a whole year, then do a tune-up, then call on Usyk. I wouldn't fight him right now.
Okay, so let's say if he fought in the next 8 months, who do you think he should fight? Let's say if Tyson Fury fought within the next 8 months, who do you think he should fight?
If I would say if he gonna do a tune-up, if he gonna fight, I don't think he should fight nobody in the next 3 or 4 months. I think he should relax.
Next 8
months. I think he should relax and just stay in tip-top shape, man.
Well, you're gonna fight somebody you gotta stay relevant, so you're gonna fight somebody within probably 8 months from now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with. I don't think he should fight nobody right now. I think he should just focus on staying in great shape, and I think he should focus on his defense and his technique. He need to get everything back up to par, and he need to lose that weight. He need to get back down to 225. He need to get back down to 235 or 230. He need to get back down low so that way he can be fast on his feet and his whole other thing to be outstanding. It'll be all speed plus power.
Okay. And what do you think of Dillian White versus Wallin, October 30th? Who? Dillian White versus Wallin, October 30th. You think about that fight? Wallin, whoever that is. Never heard of him.
I ain't never heard of him.
Me either. He's supposed to be fighting Dillian White October 30th.
Yeah, see, I ain't never heard of him, so I really can't give you a fair. I can't give you a fair. I can't touch on that fairly because I never heard of him. So and Dillian White, I've seen highlights of him fight before, but I ain't really. Put it like this: if you talking about the man who got knocked out by seasoned veteran Povetkin, if you talking about him, then man, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna say this: he's in a crossroads at this point because Povetkin had actually went downhill. Man, I think after he lost to one of the Klitschko brothers, I think he went downhill after that. He started losing, and so he got this shot against a young undefeated lion like Dillian White, who was up and coming, and he upset the apple cart. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think Dillian White should just build his resume and just continue to try to build his brand safely.
Okay. Oh, let me show because you got the I'm going to show these people the Golden Gloves, has started Washington D.C. Golden Gloves. Let me show you the fly. What's going on, y'all? Golden Glove Championship.
Say it again.
I'm showing the YouTubers. Golden Glove Championships going on right now in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Rose Cross Raceway. I'll be there recording the footage live and putting it on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So if you miss it and you can't be there live, we got coming this Saturday, Bounce this Saturday, next Saturday, semifinals October 30th, November 12th, November 13th, and then we go into the championship finals, which will be November the 20th, and then the regional championship, Washington, D.C. versus Maryland, Delaware champs, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Delaware champs versus Virginia, North Carolina champs. and that'll be Saturday, December the 4th at 7 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
those.
I haven't really been keeping up with the amateurs, but of course I keep my USA level 2 amateur coach book. I always keep my book valid and paid up at all times, ready to use. So because I haven't been working with any amateurs lately, I really have not been keeping up with my young amateurs, but that's just something I gotta find my way back to. And because my work schedule has changed, I just been more hands-on as far as, giving analysis and, true details and knowledge with you on your YouTube page, Rod. But however, soon I get a chance to get back to the amateur and get a chance to help them build on their technique and careers, and everything like that, I'll become more familiar again with the tournaments and stuff that's coming up. So I apologize, to my amateur program for not keeping up, but I will get back to y'all on a later date.
Okay. Now let's get into Gervonta Davis versus Wallin. I'm gonna give my honest. I'm gonna let you give your take on it, and I'm gonna give my take on it. On that fight.
Okay. My honest opinion. I'm gonna go and keep it real. A matter of fact, I'm gonna say this. Just like the Dallas Cowboys. Anybody playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going with the other team to win. So, in this setting, I'm going with Wallin to beat Gervonta Davis. In fact, his name ain't Gervonta. His name is Shanique because he beat women. So, I believe that Wallin is going to destroy Geneva. I don't got this fight going for a round. I got Wallin knocking Gervonta out like around maybe, I'd say in between the 5th or 7th round.
Okay, and let me give my take.
Wallin is a come forward. He's a come forward, real slick. He's a nice boxer. He's not a real crafty and slippery boxer like Milton Teller and Sugar Ray and Floyd and all the great fighters. Wallin is kind of that Bernard Hopkins, a little bit of Sean Porter. He kind of a bruiser and a brawler. Of course, he knows how to use his shoulder roll. He got to lean out the way and everything like that. But he's a great, superb power puncher, and I believe that his power is going to be the difference when he fights Geneva.
Okay, well, my take on it. I watched the guy Rolly fight about 3 times, and all I seen was a power puncher. To me, looked like a street fighter that had been training in boxing for about a month. I think that he's gonna get dominated, knocked out within 2 rounds. Career probably be over with. That's just my take on it. I don't see any talent. I just see a power puncher with no talent. To me, on that roller.
Yeah.
Now I can see a fight if Gervonta was fighting. What's the guy? What's the other guys? What's the other top guys? I can't think of them right now. One of the other top guys, Devin Haney or something like that. A Devin Haney or, somebody like that. But this Rolly guy, I think he the worst out of all of them. And
yeah. I truly believe, man, that Rolly has that. I believe, man, he has that X factor. He has that something that could beat Geneva Davis. I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
I don't think Rolly can beat any of those guys in the top 10. I just watching that guy fight, man. Just watching him fight. My take on it. You know what I'm saying? We got different opinion on that guy. Like I say, he got hard and he's gonna, he can hit. But I didn't see much talent in that guy. He needs to improve a lot. Some guys step it all the way up for that big fight. So hopefully he can. If not, his career may be over with. Because that's how bad he looked to me.
Well, I'm just saying this to you, man. My opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I believe that, man, he's going to end. I believe that he's going to end. As much as I hate to call him by his first name, I believe Rolly is going to end Gervonta's career. Bottom line.
Well, we will see. When is that fight? Is it in December or something like that?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
I think that fight is sometime in November. Or that fight is going to be the 5th of December.
Okay.
And it's going to be held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. The promoter is Tom Brown, TGB Promotions, Leonard Promotions, Leonard Ellaby Promotions, Leonard Ellaby Mayweather Promotions. The matchmaker is Kenny Craig, Whitfield Hayden, Tom Brown. The media is USA Showtime pay-per-view.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And looks like that fight is going to be at what weight class? It looks like it's going to be at, let me see the belt. It looks like it's going to be at, a lightweight. It looks like it's going to be a lightweight.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be a super lightweight. It looks like it's going to be a lightweight. So far, yeah, this will be a lightweight.
All right. So what's going on with Mayweather and De La Hoya, the rematch? What's going on with that? You heard anything lately?
To give you an honest answer, I haven't heard no more. The last thing I read on Google one day was that Floyd has accepted the offer. But Floyd want to make sure that De La Hoya really has $100 million.
Okay.
Before he said, yeah, he'll take the fight. So I guess until they investigate whether De La Hoya really has the money, I guess we'll see,
Yeah. So what you gonna do with Jake Paul, Logan Paul? You gonna jump in there and whoop one of them, or what's up? You gonna call them out?
What's that now? I ain't.
I said, you gonna get in there against one of the Paul brothers or what?
I ain't.
I said, you getting in there against one of the Paul brothers or what? Jake Paul,
Man,
Logan Paul.
Man, I would love to fight one of the Paul brothers, man. You know, man, I believe I can beat both of them. Bottom line. You know, I'm not into, you know, so I'm not into to selling tickets. You know what I'm saying? You know, over social media and YouTube, you know, I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying, get in there, you know what I'm saying, you know, to mix it up with both of them, and, you know, for the world to see. I mean, I believe that I could beat them. And with proper training and working out every day like I'm supposed to, I believe, man, that I take care of business. Hello, how you doing, sir? Have a good day now. Be safe. All right.
Okay. Well, you know, let's call them out. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, you know, let's get together. Kareen Wilson is ready. What weight y'all gonna fight at? Is that, of course, heavyweight.
I mean, man, I come in at cruiser, man. I can make cruiser, man. I come in at 200 on notice.
Okay. Let's get this match going. Anyone of the Paul brothers, Kareen Wilson is ready to put that beat down on you. Now, what about Lamar Odom? You want to get in there and whoop him too? What you think about him?
I mean, man, it's a celebrity fight. I mean, hey, man, I mean, it don't matter who it is, man. I mean, I'm willing to mix it up.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, looking at those Paul brothers because that's a good money fight right there. And yeah. Get you in some shape.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to mix it up. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Who I'm fighting.
All right. Is it a particular place you like to fight one of the Paul brothers? Like, would you fight in Vegas or New York, or does it matter?
Good morning. Have a good day. All right. Mm-hmm. What you were saying now, Reed?
I said, does it matter where you fight any one of the Paul brothers at?
Either one of them, man. I mean, I fight either one. It don't matter.
Location matter?
So you know, I just say this to the Paul brothers. If you or your handlers or anybody who come across this video, hey, I mean, you know, I'm here. You know, let's do it. And that's pretty much all I got to say.
Okay, I'm a hashtag it. Hashtag the Paul brothers in there, so hopefully one of their fans see it, and you know, we can make it happen. So where would you like to fight them at? Is there a specific location?
I mean, hey, neutral grounds.
Okay.
So, I want to ask you this. Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. Have I ever asked you, how do you really feel about this fight between them two?
Well, I feel like that fight, hopefully it's not pay-per-view because it's not going to sell. I think it's a good action fight for the fans. But I think that Terrence Crawford will be the first one to stop Sean Porter in about 9 rounds or under 9 rounds.
Hello, how you doing, sir? All right. Wonderful. Everything's good, man. Uh-huh. Hey, doggy. Hey. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, you know,
I believe he outboxes him and stops him.
uh,
I believe Terrence Crawford will outbox Sean Porter and stop him 9 rounds or under. Now, if it goes past that, then I don't know. If it's a different fight than that, if it's a dog fight, then I favor Sean Porter to win by decision. But I doubt if it's that. I think that Terrence Crawford will box him
well, you know, I
and stop him.
mean, to to uh, add add to what you just said, Rodriguez, what you just said is actually true because Sean Porter throw a lot of punches. He come forward. He's crowd friendly. Everything he do, the crowd roars, as you can see. So if he throw more if he throw more punches than Terrence Crawford, whether he land or miss, and if he land a lot of power punches and body punches, and if he can just stay on Terrence Crawford, who knows, man? He might pull off the upset. This is why I said in the very beginning, it's just not a smart fight for Terrence Crawford. And honestly, I must ask, where was the thought process?
I think this fight is being forced on him. You know, Bob Brown is losing money on the guy. You know, he can't sell pay-per-view. He's the best boxer pound for pound right now, but he's just losing money on the guy. So I think this fight was forced on him, and they thought that they'd make money from it. But it's a good fight for the fans, but it's not a pay-per-view. It's not a good pay-per-view fight. It's good, maybe a Showtime fight or something, or regular TV. But it's not a pay-per-view fight. They're gonna lose money again. They're gonna pay these guys with probably $5 million combined, and they're gonna lose money.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just the wrong move. I'm gonna keep that real, man. It's not even working. I mean, somebody was thinking short term. If somebody would have thought this through longer term, would have really deeply thought, I mean, really think, they would have not let Terrence Crawford fight this fight, man. This is not the fight for him, man. But it's already here now, so we'll see.
Yeah. So what do you think? Once Errol Spence comes back, what do you think? You think he's gonna be the same? How do you feel about him coming back? When Errol Spence finally comes back from the eye injury.
I think Errol Spence should just stay out. I think that the eye heal up, and even if it do heal up, I think Errol Spence should just go and just hang the gloves up and just walk away. Hey, he ain't got nothing to hold his head down about. He beat everybody put in front of him. He fought what we can consider the best. He beat some pretty decent names. He got 2 belts at WBA. He got the IBF and WBC. So I mean, it's nothing else for him to prove, man. I mean, he has did, you know, the unthinkable. So, you know, if he can't come back, then that's fine. I mean, he don't got a loss on his record. It's not going to taint his record because the world understands people with good common sense. People who have a doctorate in common sense would truly understand he has a medical condition that if he try to continue, he can end up not being able to see again. Is all this really worth it? Is all that really worth some money? Is all that really worth another belt? Is all that really worth proving something to the boxing world? No. He already proved who he is. We know who Earl Spence. The world know his name. You ain't even got to be a boxing fan, and you know who Earl Spence is.
Well, I think that he wants to be able to maintain and live the same lifestyle, financially. So he needs at least one big payday, which he may, he a chance losing the eye. But I think he needs that
one big payday
fight.
He mess around and he mess around and lose, and he make his eye worse than what it is. Then what? It's not even worth.
That's a chance he may be willing to take to afford his lifestyle if he's going to retire after the fight.
All the money in the world can't. It would never get his eye back to the way he was born. Ask Sherway Leonard. All the money in the world didn't fix Sherway eyes. His eyes, Sherway eyes are still messed up. All the money in the world didn't fix Antonio Margarito's eye. He got detached retina. And he can't even see light in his animal. He can't even see color in his animal. So, is it really worth it? No.
Well, nowadays, people think that technology and science and everything has advanced. They may say, well, the doctor may be able to fix it with a laser or something. I don't know. So they may take the chance, lose an eye. For the right amount of money, people lose their life for $50 every day. So to him, it may be worth it. Taking the risk to be able to, live the same lifestyle for the next 20, 30 years or forever. If he makes the right investments with his income, if he's able to grab $20 or $40 million. And the only way he can do that, he can do it with Terrence Crawford fight, or he can fight Canelo. He fight Canelo, he's gonna get stopped and hurt bad. Canelo's too big for him because he talked about fighting him. Also, and also, I just don't think he's the same, and I don't think he will beat Terrence Crawford. I think before the accident and the eye injury, it was would have been a close fight, maybe decided by 1 point. But at this point, I think the Earl is damaged, and he just needs one big money fight before he just retires early, so he don't end up losing his eye.
Say it again, I didn't hear you.
I was saying that he just needs that one big money fight so he can retire and be able to live his his lifestyle. To afford to live his lifestyle. He needs that last fight. Then I think he should retire. Really, it's hard. But fighters, they got hard. They're willing to take the risk. I don't think Earl's the same. Well, it was worth the risk.
You talking about Pro Spence?
Yeah, well, it was worth the risk and that. That's up to him and his wife to talk about, and his family.
Nah, man. It's not worth the risk, man. I think Earl Spence should just go ahead and walk away on top of the world,
man. And he can still live a good life. You look at Andre Ward, retired. He doesn't live a flashy lifestyle. He has his house. He, a beautiful wife.
Andre Ward.
Kids.
Andre Ward. He's a smart man. He walked away on top of the world.
Yeah, he retired undefeated, and he had his biggest paydays, and
He walked away as the unified light heavyweight champion of the world. So he's former undisputed super middleweight champion, and he's former unified light heavyweight champion of the world. He walked away on top of the world. I can respect that.
Mm-hmm. Tim Bradley also retired early. And
yeah. Tim Bradley, he didn't walk well on top of the world though.
No, he didn't walk well on top of the world, but you know, he retired early after getting those concussions and shit, things like that. I think one time he couldn't even remember what was going on. It's about to get Alzheimer's. So he retired at the right time. Wasn't worth the risk.
Oh.
So, is there anything else going on that you know of in the boxing world right about now? Kareen?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Hold on. I got you. Hold up.
Thanks for hitting that like button. And viewers, don't forget to leave the comments down below. If you don't do it live, you can also do it when you view the video. And we will respond back and answer all questions. So feel free to leave the comments down below.
What you were saying now?
I was saying, you got anything else, anything else new in the boxing world that you got to say? That you know what's going on?
Your phone sound low.
Oh, I said,
Turn your phone down.
Yeah, what you got in the boxing world? What you got to say, Kareen? What else going on? Boxing.
Oh news. Yeah, well, we got someone I want to talk about tonight though, honestly. I hear a lot of people be talking about LeBron James and he gonna surpass Michael Jordan and he gonna retire, he gonna break Michael Jordan's record and this, that. So I wanna help the basketball world to wrap your mind around what I'm about to tell y'all. He won't be able to pass Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan received 6 NBA championship rings with one team. That was the Chicago Bulls. LeBron James, the only record that he can break. Hello, how you doing? Have a good day. Be safe now. You're welcome. Thank you. The only record that LeBron James can break would be Robert Big Shot Horry. Robert Horry, he won maybe like 7 or 8 NBA championships with, I think, maybe 3 or 4 different teams. But even with that, you still have guys like Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell out there and Larry Bird and you got Magic Johnson. You got guys like that who have at least about a good 7, 8, well, before it was Larry Bird, it was Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell. So these guys like that got like 9, 10 rings a piece, probably, probably more than that a piece. So
yeah, I think it was it Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell? One of them had 12. 12 championships.
Yeah. So LeBron James, the only thing that he will be able to break is scoring records. That's all. He won't be able to surpass Robert Horry and Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell and Michael Jordan and guys like that because them guys, I mean, he would have a lot of work to do in order to do that. I mean, he would have to pass Robert Horry, didn't even have to give him one team and win and try to win another 10 or 12 championships. And LeBron is pretty much at the end of his career. He's in his 30s. And pretty much it's time to sit down. About a couple more years, it's time to sit down anyway. You know, he don't want to be like Chris Paul. You know, Chris Paul is 38 years old. Going on, I think even 30, either 30 or 39. I know he's going on 40. He was a rookie when Jordan and all them guys were on their way out, winning their last championships. So, and Chris Paul got to a championship and still didn't win. So with that being said, LeBron James, only thing he can play for is for scoring titles. That's all he can do. Because as far as him trying to eclipse championship ring records, whether it's with multiple teams or one team, he wasting his time. I wanted to give the basketball world that tonight. Or no, I want to get the basketball world that this morning because I'm tired of people talking about LeBron this, LeBron that. He gonna catch Jordan this, he gonna catch Jordan that. I just pointed out to y'all facts and evidence, which will help y'all to finally see that LeBron James is just wasting his time.
Well, I'm glad you let them know. And y'all feel free to leave your comments.
Yeah. So basketball fans, if y'all really follow basketball, investigate what I just said. Thoroughly investigate what I just said. Look into what I just said. I guarantee you, you finally put it all together, you'll be like, yeah, all LeBron James can do is win. Only thing he can do is he can become the GOAT in scoring titles. That's it. Honestly, man. What you think, Rodriguez?
There'll never be another Michael Jordan. The closest to him was Kobe and
LeBron
James.
I'm talking about everything y'all have said about LeBron James.
Oh yeah, he can't.
Right.
He never surpassed Jordan.
Yeah.
Then he just getting older.
The only thing that he can do is eclipse scoring titles. That's it. Those are the only records that he can try to become a GOAT in. But as far as championship rings, whether it's with multiple teams or he go win another 10 or 20 rings with one team, he's not gonna be able to do that. It's too late for that.
Yeah, it's too late for that. Then it's different. Basketball is just different now. I said then basketball is just different. If Jordan was in this era, he would score 100 points a game. Back then it was more physical. You can hand check. So that's why, like I said, it's two different eras. Jordan, he probably got 12 championships straight if he was playing in this era right now. He probably got 12 championships straight. You had to damn near tackle Jordan to slow him down. It's just I don't think you can compare him to Jordan. You can say he was
Good morning. How you doing, bro? I'm doing great, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Good morning. Have a good day. Safe.
Yeah, I'm not a basketball expert, but it's two different eras, and Jordan was in the hardest era of basketball. You know, this thing LeBron James is in right now, he's just about done anyway, and he he's going to stack team, stack team, stack team. If Jordan did that, shit. Uh, I mean, yeah, old man. Now he might better come back and play for the goddamn. They can stack a team up, and he might get a championship. You know, the Chicago Bulls was built. It wasn't. They went and got a bunch of top players from each team and crippled the rest of the teams, and then just put them together where you knew. Where you kind of like knew they was going to the championship because they was stacked from taking all the top players from.
So yeah, man. I mean, I hope, man, that I have educated the basketball fans out there, the boxing fans. I hope that, and to all my football fans who learned today that Gruden has been, terminated from his head coaching job, I'm going to say this to everyone, no matter what the status quo is, whether you're making millions, thousands, or hundreds, everybody needs a job. Everyone needs a job. Everybody got to feed their families. Everybody got to pay their mortgages. Everybody has to keep a roof over their head. So, from the Wilsons, we wish John Gruden the best. We hope, man, that he bounced back. We hope that he can get a job. However, I don't know what the analysis was. I don't know what happened. I didn't get a chance to read on it.
Well, they saying that it was racial slurs in the email. I mean,
hold on.
Homophobic. That's what I meant to say. Homophobic slurs in the email that he sent.
What'd you say, John Gruden did now?
Said he made homophobic slurs in the email that he sent.
He said what in the email?
Homophobic slurs.
Oh, so he said, so he said that to somebody. He said that to somebody, or he
emailed it to somebody. That's what they're saying.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say this then. That wasn't right that he did that. However, we must think before we react, and we must realize what's more important and all that we can lose out on, if we react negatively. But however, I hope this be a lesson learned to Mr. Gruden, because it don't matter how old we get, we still have to, we still learn each and every day. So I hope this be a lesson learned from Mr. Gruden. And again, everyone needs a job. It don't matter what the status quo is, everyone needs a job. Everyone has a roof that they got to keep over their head. Everyone has to eat. Everyone has to clothe themselves. Everyone has to have a vehicle. You have to put gas in that vehicle. You have to take care of your kids. You have to get your kids through school, get them through college. You got to pay for their lunch tickets a day. And it's a lot that got to be done. So, yeah.
Okay. In closing, do you have anything that you want to say? Closing out. Kareen?
What thing?
I said, you got anything you want to say closing out the show?
Ever say anything about what now?
I said, do you got anything you want to say as we close the show, as we end the show?
I see my boy Lomachenko is back on it.
Oh, so
I see he's back versus Comey.
Okay. So what do you think about that fight?
He's going to fight Richard Comey. I think it's December the 11th, I think.
What's your take on that fight?
Comey has gotten better since he lost to Teofimo. And he's also down there training and sparring with Teofimo to get ready for Lomo. So I'm sure Teofimo has gave Richard Comey some tips and some education as to how to handle, the quickness and a slick, elusive, ultra smooth, crafty veteran like Lomachenko. Again, Lomachenko is a 2 gold medal winner. He won 396 amateur fights. He only lost one. He came to the pros at 29 years old. He won I think 4 different weight classes. He's pound for pound one of the greatest fighters of this era. So Richard Comey, he got his hands full versus Lomachenko. Lomachenko is going to be Richard Comey's biggest test. If Richard Comey wants to go any further, he has to get past Lomo. But I honestly don't think so. I don't see that happening. I see Lomo stopping him probably 6 or 7 rounds.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Boxing and Celebrity Gossip. Until next time, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive all notifications, share the video. See ya.